What's going on, my sweet Serengeti giraffes? How are y'all? Hope y'all are doing amazing. We're gonna run through the analysis today. I don't have a lot of time to make this video, but I want you guys to still have this video. So it's great for you guys because it's gonna be ridiculously simple. All I ask is that you hit the like button. Okay, we will count to three and we will do it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hit the like button. I hope you hit the like button. If you didn't, hopefully I'll convince you by the end of this video. Let's get started. I think that AUD/USD is going to bounce right here at this resistance zone. I have everything set up on my MT5 terminal to take this trade if price comes up here. What this is it's a major H4 and 1 hour resistance zone. I'm just waiting for price to get back to it, and if it gets back here again and starts to reject, I'm going to get into a sell. That's it. Straightforward, plain and simple. It looks like it's actually going to continue from here. If price breaks above this zone, then I'm going to be looking for buys. Like if it just shatters above, I'll wait for it to come back and look for buys later in the session. If that does not occur, what we're going to see is some reaction right here probably at this next 1 hour zone. And then obviously if we see a bounce there, a buy can be taken. If there's a break and then a retest of this zone, then sells can be taken. It's just simply trading from zone to zone on the 1 hour chart. And I'll have to adjust this zone once price actually gets there and start showing respect. I'll just adjust it to wherever the wicks are hitting and closing. So that's it, plain and simple. GBP JPY. So GBP JPY, we have this support zone right here. We took a sell right here that wound up at break even yesterday because price was rejecting this zone right here. So 1 hour zone, it broke below, was retesting. I called a sell right here on this one. Kind of stupid because I could have gotten in on one of these, but I was out working out, so I wasn't looking at the chart. When it came back here again and started to reject, I entered a sell. Whenever it pushed really far up, and as it started to push up, I closed at like a fourth of the way to the stop loss or something like that, a fourth, a third of the way to the stop loss. And then by the time I posted it and called it out that I had closed, it was like back down here around break even. So most of us got out around break even of this one yesterday. Kind of stupid. It ended up going into small profit, but would have come back up for either break even or stopping out anyway. What I need to do, I found in my system, I need to stop taking the third damn test. It needs to be the first or second one. Honestly, the first one usually is the best. Because if it starts testing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, eventually it'll break the zone. Kind of like in here where you see price has a nice bounce the first time, then the second time, then the third time even, but then the fourth time gets kind of weird. It's like a dead cat bounce, comes back the fifth time, it's kind of weird. It barely goes up and then it breaks. The more support and resistance zone is tested, the less likely it is to be respected. Repeat after me. The more a support and resistance zone is tested, the less likely it is to be respected. I want you to be laying in your bed tonight saying that to yourself. The more a support and resistance zone is tested, the less likely it is to be respected. Put in the comments, the more a support resistance zone is tested, the less likely it is to be respected. My sweet Serengeti gazelles or zebras or giraffes or whatever I called you guys. So let's move on to here. What are we looking for in today's session? We've already had a nice test right here. Put in a higher low. GJ looks like she's going to be trying to continue up. I don't know, but it looks like we're trying to continue up. We've been at this resistance zone here. I was looking for sales yesterday, but this happened during Asian session. It would have worked out if we would have taken a sell here at the resistance. It would have still worked out, but I don't know. It's whatever. It's fine. What we have right here is we've had price break above this 1 hour zone. We are seeing a lot of choppy price action. I'm convinced that's the zone right there, but we are seeing a lot of choppy like whipsaw back and forth around this zone. I might look for buys if we come back here and start testing, but honestly, this shit looks like it may be starting to screw around. So what I'm probably going to be looking for is for price to get up here into this resistance zone, and then I'll just look for a little bounce off that resistance zone up here. And this will have to be constructed as price gets there to see where the actual one is. It could be this right here, or it could be a little bit further up. We'll have to see when price gets there what happens. So that's that. We will see what happens with GJ today. I'm not sure about the buys. If I do take something, I'll call it out, and if not, whatever. Euro USD, I think Euro USD will continue back down to here. I will not look for buys here because this is the second retest of this zone. Again, the first retest usually work fine. If we would have taken this is during London session, so I'm freaking asleep to miss all these trades, which I need to start just waking up in the middle of the night to trade London if I really wanted to make the money, but whatever. I'll just sit with New York session for now. This one would have worked out here. There's the first little bounce, there's a second bounce, it's pushing up. It's ridiculously simple, the same stuff over and over again. Now we've had a second test of this zone. I'm going to wait out. This thing could range out. It could start going sideways and going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and this and then this and then this. So I'm just going to leave EU alone for the time being. I don't know what I'm going to do. All the stuff that could have played out has already played out. We've already had a bounce at this 4 hour zone, and then we had a bounce at this 1 hour zone. Now I'm going to leave price alone and wait for some fresh zones to be tested. This means a break above the highs and a test here to look to go longs if there's rejection, or a break below the lows and a test right here with rejection on the minute 5, a little double top or something to then go short. That is what I'll be waiting for on Euro USD. Euro JPY, we'll go to the 1 hour chart, we'll drop the zones, we'll keep things ridiculously simple. There's a clear, obvious 1 hour support resistance zone right here. We do have a little bit of leakage with the candles going a little bit past it, a little bit of squeaky, a little bit of people getting kind of nervous, prices going past it. So this is not looking like this super clear zone. I'm just adjusting it here on the 15 minute, trying to see what looks good. So this looks like it's the zone with the exception of these 2 wicks going past it. So yeah, so this right here, it looks like EJ is going to be, honestly, I don't know, because it's ranging out. You see the first test worked fine. Even the second test, we had a little spike above, but unless your stop loss was ridiculously tight, this one still would have worked out. We've had a first test of this zone down in here. Hold on, let me get this right. Had a first test of this zone down in here, and that one worked. There was a little double bottom there on the minute 5. In fact, let's go to the minute 5 to see it. Yep, worked perfectly fine. First bounce and the second bounce right there. This one, oh man, it would have been fine. Would have been perfectly fine, brothers and sisters. A stop below the zone, target for me at a 1 to 1.1. This would have been hit in like maybe an hour or two. That was good. And then you could have taken a sell right here, but you know, like I said, this might have stopped out. There was that double bounce right there. If your stop was just above the zone and your target was a 1 to 1, never mind. You still would have won the damn trade. You would have won the damn trade. So never mind. You're good. You would have had 2 winners back to back. And then this is the second test. I'd leave that alone. This is the second test of this zone. I'd leave that alone. This is the third test. I'd leave that alone. Wait for a damn breakout. Repeat after me. When support resistance zone is tested over and over again, it becomes less. I already forgot the rhyme. When a support resistance zone is tested, it becomes less accepted. I'm going to have to rewind my own video to see what it was. Remind me what it was in the comments so that nobody forgets. If there's multiple tests at a zone, it's more likely to break. Okay, so a lot of my trades that have been break evens or stop outs have been from taking the 3rd or 4th retest of a zone. So I'm done with that for now. So that's EJ. I'm gonna wait for a breakout of one of these zones in a retest. GBP USD. Oh, wow, this pair's been such trash this week. Wow, this pair's been Look at this. Wow, look at this zone. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Screw this. Yep. No thanks. Up, down, below it, back and forth, whip below it, testing, now pinning them. Yeah, no, thank you. Nope, nothing on GU. I don't see anything. AED-JPY, I didn't see anything on AED-JPY yesterday. We are at a resistance zone, but what the hell is this? With price spiking way up here. So now, what are we going to do? We're going to do this resistance zone? Let's see. Yeah, we'll probably see a temporary reversal there. We've got this main 4-hour zone up here. This is not even that clear to me. I'm going to remove this. It was fine back here. I took a trade back here, way back, towards the end of July, but this was fine back there. But currently, no, I'm not seeing anything. The next stop I see up here long term is right here on the H4. So I'm just going to H4 to adjust these. Going back to the 1 hour, seeing what's recently occurred, and I don't see anything. You don't need to be trading any zones like this in here. You see this? Some people will try to say, yeah, look, it's a liquidity spike and the resistance and support and support. No, if it's too sketchy, just leave it the hell alone. You're better off just trading a bounce of a clear resistance or a bounce of a clear support level than trying to trade all the little wig-wag in between zones where you're just getting screwed left and right every morning. Unless you like getting screwed by the markets, then, whatever, I guess it's okay. So that's that. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be dropping for the time being. However, we gotta keep in mind, price is still putting in all these higher lows right here, which is still fine. I mean, if unless you're trying to target like way down, if you're trying to target that, yeah, then you have to have a lot of confidence it's going to fall that far. But if you're just looking for a bounce, this will probably occur. What would also be nice is if it completes this, then breaks above, tests and starts to bounce and then goes up. That's what I'll be looking for in today's session. We'll see if it sets up. Break above the 1 hour zone, a retest, and then a little bounce. That's it. USD-JPY. So we had this zone right here yesterday. I had a couple clients take this bounce right here. I see a lot of people would have probably gotten stopped at break even now if they're trying to hold to the previous high, or people would be getting in. But I had clients take this one right here yesterday. I didn't take it because yesterday I wasn't trading USD-JPY because I had some weird thing about the US dollar where I was saying, there's a lot of news. I'm going to leave it alone. This right here was fine though. I mean, I had clients take this up here. stops below, and a lot of them had targets here at the previous highs. I would have been targeting only 1-to-1, so the profit target would have already been hit. I would have been already out. I would have been able to sleep perfectly fine last night with no nightmares or anything at all about USDJPY swimming at me in like a dark, murky swimming pool trying to hunt my stop loss. I would have been out nice and clean. Looks like we had another opportunity today, but this is the second test, and those typically don't work as conveniently as like the first test. I'm still not sure. I think I may do first or second tests only, but we'll have to see. Because if you look like when price breaks a zone, right, and it comes back for that first test, it usually bounces there. Okay, the second sometimes, but then the third, you see how this fishy stuff happens. The third will sometimes break through, or fourth will usually break through, or at least the third will fail. Same thing in here. It broke above this area, tested once with a nice bounce. Second time still took off nicely. Comes back for a third time, has a little dead cat bounce, and then falls below the zone. Same thing happened up here, right? Price pushes up. I don't know what the hell this level is. I don't know what's going on here, but it found support at this zone for some reason once. Second time worked, but then on this third time we tried to go up, formed like the same high, couldn't make a higher high, came back for the fourth time here and just crashed. So it's like the first and second test of the zones usually work like fairly nicely. The first one, especially if it's rejection on the first one, you'll typically get that first little bounce anyway from all the pending orders and take profits and stop losses sitting at the zone. So, but the second bounce, I don't know. The third bounce, I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know. So I'm gonna just stay out of this one here unless we break below and then come and retest here. Then I'll look for a sell to do a little bouncy off this little resistance. That's it. Break and retest for a 1 hour zone. US 30, I just missed this morning when I woke up. Price broken above this resistance, came and tested as support. Some people will say, what about this zone down here? And my response is, yep, that's perfectly fine as well. The only reason I would choose this one up here is because I start all my zones based on the 4 hour. That one seems to be a little bit more clear. There's also one further up here. I mean, there's just like a lot. So, I mean, it's hard for me to even say, in fact, I don't even freaking know at this point. US 30 looks like she's going up. I don't see any clear structure to trade off of. This zone up here looks like we'll see at least a little bounce right here at whatever the hell price this is. I can't even see because all my position tools are freaking cluttering the chart. We'll probably see a bounce up there. US 30 has been pretty decent this past month. We have had some stupid stop outs. We had this take profit hit earlier this week. That was great. We had this one stopped out barely before going to a 5R target. Same thing here. Then a week before last, we had a 5R target hit. Then we had all these right here, back to back, 1 to 3, 1 to 3, and then 2 small stop outs. So US 30 has been pretty good. I'm waiting on the clear zones though. I don't trade anything dicey, right? What are we talking about? Dicey zones? A zone like that. If you're trying to trade something like that, you're asking to get slapped in the face. Like, look at all this. You're asking to get slapped in the face. If you don't want to get slapped in the face, please hit the like button on this video. Super glad you watched this video. I'll be sharing my trades and analysis in Telegram from now until the foreseeable future. And would you look at that? AU continued to drop and it did not get an entry. So, wow. So maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll wait for a retest of the resistance again. I don't know. Wow. Okay. Well, it dropped. So cool. Whatever. I shared that in the Telegram thing this morning. So, okay, cool. All right, I'm done. So I'll see you guys later. You'll have a great rest of the day. Thanks for liking the video. And if you did, if you're not subscribed, like I found like 70% of people who watch my channel are not subscribed. What the hell? That's so weird. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. You don't have to hit the notification bell, but if you want to be getting these pre-market update videos, I spend time doing this. It's like time out of my day and I do it for free. And I respond to all comments in the first 24 hours. At this moment in time, I'm doing that. So subscribe, hit the like button, slap me in the face. See you guys later. Cheers.